Hello students, now in this discussion we will look into the fuel injection into the engine basically. So some new terminologies we will be seeing. Now you can look at this diagram. I think you have got two, air injection and unit injection. Okay, so first we will see what is unit injection. As I was telling, this power plant, diesel power plants are multi-cylinder. Say around 12 cylinders, 16, 20 cylinders and all. So unit injection means that each cylinder has its own pump. Okay, each cylinder has its own pump and is injecting the metered quantity of fuel into the cylinder. So this is known as unit injection. Okay, unit injection means each cylinder, each you consider as unit, and for that you have got a pump and injector together, and each index inside the cylinder. It is seen in multi cylinder engines. As I was telling, in Belgaum Tata Vatsala plant also we have seen multi cylinder. We have got unit injection. Even our railway locomotive engines, they are 16 cylinder engines, so they have got unit injection. Okay, so you can see for this unit injection there is a camshaft. This is the old push rod wala camshaft, but now you have got overhead camshafts. Okay, so camshaft is rotating, it is pushing the push rod top. This push rod moves the rocker arm. Okay, so and this against the spring pressure, the plunger moves. The diesel comes and gets injected in the cylinder through the nozzle. Okay, this is known as unit injection. This is a old one. There's push rod technologies, but now the new engines you have got overhead camshaft. So this push rod is avoided, and this camshaft is on the top itself. Okay. So this push rod and the subsequent noise, wear and tear, that is avoided. Now second we will see the air injection. Here you can see the left side air injection. Again this is a unit injection, means for each cylinder separately. Compressed air is coming and diesel fuel is coming, and it is injected through the nozzle into the engine cylinder directly. So this is known as air injection. Now we will look at the pump injection system. I think this pump injection system you can see in all your like diesel cars, trucks, buses and all. Very popular system it is, pump injection system, where you have got one pump. One pump is there, housing in that based on the number of cylinders. Suppose here you can see there are 4 cylinders. So there are 4 pumps inside. There are 4 piston cylinder arrangements. Okay, you can see these 4 piston cylinder arrangements. Okay, for individual cylinder there is a individual pump inside, like pump with individual cylinder for each nozzle. So for each cylinder there is a nozzle, and for each nozzle there is a individual pump. Okay, and to run the power this pump you have got a camshaft drive. So this camshaft drive rotates and it drives the pump. This pump develops around 200-250 bar pressure, and there is a control rack. You can see the rack on the top. So this is to control the fuel flow, either to increase the fuel flow or reduce the fuel flow. There is a control rack, and then you can see the high pressure fuel lines. High pressure fuel lines are basically steel pipes, auto fretted steel pipes. Okay, and they are connected to the injection nozzle, and these injection nozzles are kept mounted on the each cylinder head, so that they supply the fuel inside the cylinder. So this pump injection system is very common and used extensively on pumps in your trucks, buses and diesel cars. Now we will see the distributed engine system. In the distributed engine system, you have a to the bottom left you can see the oil tank. From the oil tank you have got a primary pump, and after the primary pump you have got a metering and pressure pump. So this is a high pressure pump. So whatever the pressure is developed, that comes to the distributor block. Okay, and this distributor block, here you can see the drive. This cam drive is there, and from this distributor block this fuel is applied to the individual nozzles through a high pressure lines. So this is a simple arrangement of distributor injection system. Okay, and the last one is the common rail direct injection system. So this is the most popular injection system used now in all the new generation cars. Even my car, Swift car, DDIS, it has got CID engine. So most of the diesel cars, new generation diesel cars, buses also, they have got this blue color buses, local city buses are there, na, 18-20 seater, this KSRTC buses, small buses, Ashok Leyland, they are also CID engine. So they are very fuel efficient. Now what is this common rail direct injection system? Okay. Now you can see here there is a oil tank. From oil tank it comes to the high pressure pump. So these high pressure pumps are really high pressure. They generate somewhere around 1000 to 2000 bar based on the application. Maybe for a three-wheeler or a light commercial vehicle it is around 1000 bar, but for cars and all it is almost 2000 bar. So that high pressure is produced in this pump as against 250 bar in the earlier pump system. Okay, so this is almost 5 to 6 times more than that. This fuel, high pressure fuel, comes into the common rail. You can see the long tube here. This is known as common rail, or also known as header. So the entire high pressure fuel comes to the common rail, and of course you have a relief valve. So any excess pressure, the fuel is released and goes back to the oil tank. Okay. In all these fuel systems, whatever systems we have discussed, any excess oil, either in the pump or in the common rail or in the nozzle, it goes back to the oil tank. That return pipelines are always connected to the fuel tank. So again I will repeat, the oil tank is there. From there it comes to the high pressure pump. This pump can be a rotary pump. Okay, it develops very high pressure, some 1000 to 2000 bar. That fuel comes to the common rail, that is a common header, and from there, due to high pressure lines, it goes to the injection nozzles. So now what is the advantage of this CRDI, common rail? As I was telling, all the new generation engines, whether used in cars, buses, they are all now CRDI engines only. They call it in different names: DDIS, CRDIS, CRDI, CRDE, Dicor. So different makes like Tata, Volkswagen, Maruti, different. They are given different names, but the technology remains the same. This is developed by Bosch. They are pioneers into this. Now, because of this high pressure, the size of the fuel molecule is very small. So it has got more surface and less volume. So the combustion is better. One thing, very important thing. And second thing, because it has got a common rail. See, earlier when we discussed about a pump system, injection system, there we had, for each cylinder we had one different pump. So it may so happen that one pump may malfunction, or one pump may give less pressure, another may give more pressure, or one pump may give less fuel, one pump may supply more fuel. This pressure and metering system problems were there. But in this common rail, the entire fuel comes to the common rail, and the same amount of pressure is distributed among the cylinders, whatever number of cylinders are there, 4, 6, 8, whatever it is, and due to the high pressure combined to this common rail, the efficiency of these engines are very high, and that is why you can see the past 2 decades, I think the CID engines have become very popular in India. Okay, so this common rail direct injection is used in cars and buses, and also in big power plants also. Okay, so we have seen common rail direct injection system. We have also seen distributed ignition system. We have seen pump injection system. I told this pump injection system is popular in the old generation diesel cars and trucks. And the unit injection and air injection, where I said unit injection is for individual cylinder. Whereas now you saw CIDI engine and all, there it is not a unit injection. It is like common rail is there, common pump is there, and common rail is there. But here in unit injection, for each cylinder you have got a injection. So this was about the fuel injection system for diesel power plants. So in next discussion we will deal with the cooling water system as well as lubrication system for power plants. Thank you.